Hi, my name is Pragati, and today I will be teaching a Rocket 3 yoga class. This is for the final for my yoga teacher training 200 hours with Carson Calhoun. So let's begin. Sit in a comfortable cross legged position. Eyes are closed, and the gaze is at your third eye. Shoulders roll back, long spine, and tune in. Let's take a few deep breaths in here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Few more on your own at your own pace. And after the last exhale, you can gently open your eyes. Interlace your fingers, stretch your hands in front of you, and raise your arms above, overhead. Feel the extension through the sides of your trunk. Keeping the extension bent to the right side. And come back to the center, and let's go to the left. Make sure both the knees are pushing towards the mat. Come back to the center. And you can stretch the arms out in front and try to fold forward, bringing your chest and your abdomen over your legs. And breathe. The most important thing in today's practice is to inhale and exhale while you are in each of the poses. So inhale, extend your arms up, and let's twist to the right. With every inhalation, extend the spine up, and with every exhalation, twist a little bit deeper. And you can release, and let's go to the left. Make sure the neck is neutral, looking to the left. And inhale, come back to the center. Come to a tabletop position. Make sure your wrists are below your shoulders and your knees are below your hips. Inhale, look up, and as you exhale, round the spine. Inhale, navel to the mat, and exhale, round the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come to a neutral spine and keep pushing the shoulders down into your palms. Without lifting the knuckles up, raise the heels of the palm. And this is for warming up our wrists. Do a few more of these. For the next exercise, place the palms so that the back of the palms are flat on the mat. And now elbows moving out, and move your chin towards the mat. Do a few more of these. 3, 4, 5, and come back to a standing position, and let's begin with our sun salutes A. Stand in Samasthiti. Inhale, arms up, look at your thumbs. Exhale, Uttanasana, look at your navel. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold for 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale. That's 1. Inhale, exhale. That's 2. Inhale, exhale. That's 3. Inhale, exhale. That's 4. Inhale, exhale. Bend your knees, get ready. Inhale, flat back. exhale Uttanasana. Inhale, look at your thumbs, exhale Samastitihi. Number 2, inhale, look at your thumbs. Exhale Uttanasana, look at your navel. Inhale, flat back. Exhale Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's take 5 breaths here. Inhale, exhale, that's 1. Inhale, exhale, that's 2. Inhale, exhale, that's 3. Inhale, exhale, that's 4. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees, get ready, travel forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, look at your thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Number 3, inhale, look up at your thumbs. Exhale, Uttanasana, look at your navel. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, that's 1. Inhale, exhale, that's 2. Inhale, exhale, that's 3. Inhale, exhale, that's 4. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees, get ready. Inhale, flat back, look in the front. Exhale, Uttanasana, look at your navel. Inhale, look up at your thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Number 4, inhale, look up at your thumbs. Exhale, Uttanasana, look at your navel. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, that's 1. Inhale, exhale, that's 2. Inhale, exhale, that's 3. Inhale, exhale, that's 4. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees, get ready. Inhale, flat back, look in the front. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up at your thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. 5, inhale, arms up, look at your thumbs. Exhale, Uttanasana, look at your navel. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, that's 2. Inhale, exhale, that's 3. Inhale, exhale, that's 4. Inhale, exhale. Bend your knees, get ready. Inhale, half back. Exhale, Uttanasana, look at your navel. Inhale, arms up, look at your thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Sun salutations B. Number 1, inhale, chair. Exhale, Uttanasana, look at your navel. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg, Veerbhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg, Veerbhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, that's 1. Inhale, exhale, that's 2. Inhale, exhale, that's 3. Inhale, exhale, that's 4. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, Samastitihi. Number 2. Inhale, arms up, chair pose. Exhale, Uttanasana, look at your navel. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg, Veerbhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg, Veerbhadrasana 1. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale. That's 1. Inhale, exhale. That's 2. Inhale, exhale. That's 3. Inhale, exhale. That's 4. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees, get ready. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, Samastitihi. Number 3. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, Veerbhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, Veerbhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale. That's 1. Inhale, exhale. That's 2. Inhale, exhale. That's 3. Inhale, exhale. That's 4. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, Samastitihi. One more. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, Uttanasana. Look at your navel. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, Veerbhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, Veerbhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale. That's 1. Inhale, exhale. That's 2. Inhale, exhale. That's 3. Inhale, exhale. That's 4. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. exhale, inhale flat back, exhale Uttanasana, inhale chair pose, exhale Samastitihi. Last one, inhale chair pose, exhale Uttanasana, inhale flat back, exhale Chaturanga, inhale upward facing dog, exhale downward facing dog. Inhale right foot forward Veerbhadrasana 1. Exhale Chaturanga. Inhale upward facing dog. Exhale downward facing dog. Inhale left foot forward Veerbhadrasana 1. Exhale Chaturanga. Inhale upward facing dog. Exhale downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, that's 1. Inhale. Exhale, that's 2. Inhale. Exhale, that's 3. Inhale. Exhale, that's 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, chair pose. Hold for a count of 3. 1. Keep moving your hips down. 2. 3. Interlace your fingers and working on getting your chair lower, Ardha Utkatasana. Place your palms down and either go into crow pose or you can stay in Malasana for a count of 3. 1, 2, keep breathing, and exhale Chaturanga. Inhale upward facing dog. Exhale downward facing dog. Inhale right leg forward Veerbhadrasana 1. Look at your thumbs. Exhale Veerbhadrasana 2. Look at the front. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Exhale Trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, raise your right arm up, revolve triangle. Inhale. Exhale, place your right arm down. Inhale, raise your left arm up, Parshva Konasana. Stay here for 1 breath. And inhale, take both the arms up, low lunge. And as you exhale, twist towards your right. Place your back knee down. This is Parivritta Parshva Konasana. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, go into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now let's get ready for dolphin pose or Pincha Mayurasana. I'm just changing my direction to be able to use the wall. So come on your forearms and bring your feet in and either raise one leg up or you can kick up into Pincha Mayurasana for a count of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. Back into Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg forward, Veerbhadrasana 1. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, warrior 2. Look in the front. Inhale, unbend the front knee. Exhale, Trikonasana. Hold for 1 breath. And as you exhale, pyramid pose, raise your left arm up, revolve triangle. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale, place your left palm down, raise your right arm up, Parshva Konasana. Inhale, exhale. And as you inhale, go into the crescent lunge. And as you exhale, twist towards the left. Raise your back knee up, Parivritta Parshva Konasana. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale, get into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Get ready for dolphin pose, or you can kick up into Pincha Mayurasana. You can raise one leg at a time if you're staying in dolphin pose for a count of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. And exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's stay here for 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale. That's 1. Inhale, exhale. That's 2. Inhale, exhale. That's 3. Inhale, exhale. That's 4. Inhale, and you can shorten your stance, bend your elbows, and whoosh your arms back to come into Padangushtasana. So hold your big toes, elbows are pointing out, and work towards getting your abdomen and your chest towards your thighs. It's okay to bend your knees if you need to. Make sure you're breathing. Stay in the pose. Now you can lift both the feet up and place your palms under the feet. This is Padahastasana. And work towards getting your chest and your abdomen towards your thighs. And keep breathing. Push more into the big toe side of your feet. And you can come to a standing. And let's get ready for the next pose. We're going to tiptoe our way up to the mat. So come on your tippy toes. Raise your one knee up and stay for a few seconds, and then raise the other knee up. Make sure your arms are extended out above your head, and try to keep your balance as much as you can. I'm having a tough time here. Make sure you're breathing. And then let's come into Prasarita Padottanasana. So your big toes are slightly turned in, your heels are out, your palms are on your waist, and with a concave back, fold forward. Make sure your legs are straight, kneecaps are lifted. You can interlace your fingers and work on getting the palms down towards the mat. Keep the extension in the spine until maybe your head touches the mat. Make sure you're breathing. Stay in the pose. Maybe you can place your palms flat such that the palms are in line with the feet. Place your head down on the mat, and maybe you can go into any straddle inversion of your choice. Here I'm going into tripod headstand. Stay up for a few breaths. And if you're up there, maybe you can work your way down towards the earth. stay in Prasarita Padottanasana. Maybe you can grab your feet and work on extending the spine so that the crown of the head touches the mat. And you can inhale and come up. Let's get ready for the next pose, Samokonasana. So for that, make sure your feet are in line and keep spreading the feet away from each other until maybe your hips come pretty close to the mat. Maybe your elbows can come on the mat, and keep working on spreading the legs out wide as much as you can. Maybe you can come all the way down with your feet 180 degrees. This is the maximum that I can go. So stay wherever it's comfortable for you. And then you can release. And let's get ready to practice Hanumanasana, or the front split. So with the right leg in the front, work on getting as low as possible. Feel free to use a block or a bolster or any other prop of choice. Work on straightening both the legs and trying to get your hips as low as possible. Make sure you're breathing and stay in a zone that's comfortable for you. Now you can release this side and let's go down facing the left leg. Work on straightening both the legs and getting the hips as low as possible. If you feel any pressure in your knees or your hips, you need to back off a little bit and stay in the comfortable zone. Keep breathing. And you can release. And let's come into a comfortable middle split, Upavishta Konasana. Spread your legs out. Have it at a comfortable distance. If you want to deepen it, maybe you can place one palm in front and one palm in the back and raise your hips up and try to deepen it. Now raise both the palms up and work on getting your chest towards the floor. Make sure both the feet are flexed and keep moving your palms forward until your chest can completely come on the mat. That's the ultimate goal. Maybe you can hold on to your feet and work on the extension of the spine and the forward fold. So inhale, come back, and let's do the next pose, Parivritta Upavishta Konasana. So place your right palm under your left thigh. Try to take the right elbow towards the mat and open up your left shoulder and your left chest towards the ceiling and work on going down towards the right leg. Inhale, come back to the center, switch sides, left elbow towards the mat and right shoulder opening towards the ceiling, and we are bending down towards the left. And inhale, come back to the center. For the next pose, take your feet in a little bit closer so that the feet are about 90, at about an angle of 90 degrees. Now place both the palms on either side of your right thigh, round your back and push into the palm and lift your hips up. You can also try to lift up both the legs if you can. And let's do the other side. You should feel this in your quads. An easy way of doing this is also lie down on your back. Have your feet at 90 degrees. Make sure your quads are moving in towards your hips. And then because of the momentum, you can come up and then you will be able to raise your hips up a little bit easier. But the goal is to raise the hips and the legs. So see if you can do that. It's a good quad burning pose. Let's come to a standing. We're going to do a few balancing pose. First one is Natarajasana. So balance on your left foot. Grab your right foot from the inside and work on moving this left knee away from your body. And now start folding forward until your left fingertips can reach the ground, and work on pulling the right foot up like you would do in the bow pose. So we are in the pose called Chapasana or the sugarcane pose. Keep breathing and you can release. And let's get ready for the next pose, Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. So bend your right knee and place the right foot by your left hip crease and grab the right foot with your left arm and twist and grab your left elbow from the inside with your right arm, or you can use a strap in order to be able to grab this foot, and then fold forward like you would do in Uttanasana. Try to maintain the bind. I'm having a tough time here, so I'm not holding the bind, but I'm just folding forward. Stay in the pose. And you can release. And let's do the other side. So Natarajasana, balance yourself on the right leg and hold the left foot from the inside with your left palm and work on deepening this. Now go into a forward fold and pull the left knee up towards the ceiling as much as you can. Maintain your balance. And you can release. And let's do the Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana on this side. So get the binding of the foot and then fold forward and breathe. A strap is really useful here in order to be able to maintain the bind. And you can release the foot. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And you can go forward and sit forward in staff pose or Dandasana with both the feet stretched out in front of you. And we can fold forward in Paschimottanasana. So work on getting your abdomen and your chest towards your thighs. You can hold on to the big toes. And then you can place your forehead on your knees or your shins and keep deepening the twist. The navel is pushing back towards the spine. And keep breathing. This is a deep forward fold or Paschimottanasana. And inhale, come up. And let's do the next pose, Purvottanasana. So you're with your palms facing the front, feet are flat, raise your hips up as high as you can. Keep your legs straight. So we are in this inverted plank. Keep breathing. Keep your hips as high as possible, and you can release and go into your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And now get your feet forward and sit with your left leg stretched out and your right leg bent so that the right foot is by your inner left thigh. We are in Janu Shirshasana. Inhale, raise your arms up, and as you exhale, fold forward and work on getting your abdomen and your chest on your left thigh. You can bind your hands in any way that is possible for you, if at all. Make sure there's no rounding of the spine. And as you keep breathing, keep deepening this forward fold. Stay in the pose. And you can inhale and release. And let's get ready for the other side. So extend your right leg out. Left foot is on the inside of this right inner thigh. Inhale, raise your arms up, and as you exhale, fold forward. Your navel is pushing back towards the spine. If possible, you can bind your hands, bind your palms. Stay in the pose. And you can inhale and come back up. And let's go into Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's come forward again with the left leg extended out. Right leg is in Ardha Padmasana. Raise your right arm up and hold on to the right big toe. You can just stay here, or maybe you can fold forward. This is Ardha Baddha Paschimottanasana. Keep working on folding forward, or keep working on deepening the twist. And you can release. And let's do the other side. So the left leg is in Ardha Padmasana. And twist and try to grab this left big toe with your right palm. And then maybe you can fold forward with your right leg holding on the outside of the right arm, holding on the outside of the right leg. Stay in the pose. Make sure you're breathing. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. And you can inhale and come back up, go into your vinyasa as however it's possible for you. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So each of these vinyasas are just to neutralize the spine again. And let's get ready for the next seated poses. So extend your left leg out. The right knee is bent. The right heel is on the outside of the right hip. And inhale, extend your arms up. And as you exhale, fold forward in Trianga Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. As you inhale and exhale, keep working on deepening this forward fold. If you are feeling any pain in your ankle, feel free to place a block under your left hip. And inhale, come back to the center, and let's do the other side. So bend the left knee such that the left heel is on the outside of the left hip. Inhale, extend your arms up, and as you exhale, twist over your right leg. Try to bring your abdomen and your chest on top of the right thigh. Deep, rich inhalation and deep, rich exhalation. Stay in the pose. And you can inhale and come back to the center. And let's do the next pose. So bend the right knee such that the right hip is on the outside. Now grab the left foot with both the palms, Kraunachasana, and pull this left leg in towards your body, holding on to the heel with both the palms. Gaze is at the left foot. Inhale and exhale. And you can release. And let's do the other side. So bend your left knee and grab your right heel with both the palms. Pull this right knee in towards your chest and keep the right leg straight. Gaze is towards the toes. Inhale, exhale. And you can release. And let's get ready for the vinyasa one more time. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. Now, downward facing dog seems like a resting pose, so feel free to stay there, or if you're getting tired, you can go into child's pose. Now, let's move the legs forward one more time. We are coming into the asana sequence. So, left leg stretched out, right foot is by your hip. Fold forward and try to bind over your right knee. So the right knee is moving into the right shoulder. And if this bind is possible, then maybe you can work on folding over your left knee. Make sure the left foot is flexed. And breathe. This is asana 1. And release. And let's do asana 3. So inhale. Raise your arms up, and as you exhale, twist over your right knee. Try to bring your left shoulder on the outside of this right knee so that the entire trunk is on the outside of the right thigh. With every inhalation, extend the spine towards the ceiling, and with every exhalation, deepen the twist a little more. And you can release. And let's do asana 1 on the left side. So inhale, raise your arms up and take this left arm on the outside and get ready for the bind. If the bind is possible, then start folding over the right leg. Inhale and exhale. And let's do asana 3 on this side. So try to get your right shoulder on the outside of this left knee so that the entire trunk is on the outside of the left thigh. As you inhale, extend the spine up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, deepen the twist. Stay in the pose. And inhale, come back to the center, and as you exhale, go into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. And you can come forward to a seated position for the next series of poses. We're going to get into boat pose or Navasana. The navel is pushing back towards the spine. The legs are activated. Legs are as straight as possible, and the arms are on either side of the legs. If this is difficult, feel free to hold on to the outside of the knees. And we can try the next pose. Hold on to the big toes and work on straightening the legs. Keep your spine nice and long and keep the gaze at your toes. Make sure you're breathing nice and deep. Stay in the pose for as long as it's comfortable for you. And when you're ready to release, bend your knees. Exhale and get ready for the next pose, Pasasana. So come down into a squat. Inhale, raise your arms up and twist towards the right. Try to get your right shoulder on the outside, left shoulder on the outside of this right knee. And now fold forward to come into Parshva Bakhasana. Try to get your feet off the mat. And keep breathing. And you can release whenever you need to. And let's do this on the other side. So inhale, raise your arms up and twist towards the left. Try to push into the back of this left arm and keep moving your torso forward as the feet come off the mat. And then try to balance yourself in Parshva Konasana on the left side. One side may be easier than the other. Do what feels best for you today. This side seems a little bit tough for me, but I think I got it for a few seconds. And you can release. Let's get ready for Ekahasta Bhujasana. Take your right knee on top of the right shoulder. Extend your left leg out. Press the palms down. Exhale and raise the trunk and the left leg above the floor and hold it. And you can release. And let's do the other side. So bend your left knee on top of your left shoulder and try to keep it there. Press the palms down, and as you exhale, raise the trunk and raise the right leg and try to hold it. And you can release. And let's do another arm balance called Tolasana. So come into Padmasana. Place the left foot at the hip crease and then the right foot at the hip crease. Press with your palms into the floor and raise your hips and your knees up and keep holding. And you can release. And you can go exhale and go into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. And you can get ready for the next pose. We are going to try the handstand or Adhomukha Vrikshasana. So place your palms flat. Bend one knee and try to push with your other knee. You feel free to use the wall, but try to bend the knee at the bottom and try to get your foot at the wall, away from the wall. It's important to stack your hips above your shoulders, which are above your wrists, and you can release. And let's get ready for Shalabhasana. So lie down on the stomach. First, let's place our forearms on the mat and come into Sphinx pose. Take a few breaths here. Pubic bone is pushing down towards the spine. Now take your palms back, interlace your fingers, and as you inhale, raise your chest up and raise your legs up as high as possible. And keep breathing. And you can release. Make a pillow with your forearms and place your forehead on this pillow. Big toes are touching and heels are apart. And stay here for a few seconds. And let's get ready to do this one more time. This time have your arms extended out in front. And as you inhale, raise your chest and your legs up at the same time. Keep breathing. And you can release back into the relaxing pose. Place your forehead on this forearm pillow. Big toes touching, heels apart. Now let's get ready for Dhanurasana. Bend your knees, grab your feet on the outside with both the palms. Inhale, and as you inhale, raise the chest up and let your feet pull your arms back so that the chest keeps moving forward. And now you can turn towards the right to go into Parshva Dhanurasana and then go towards the left and do a few more of these just for fun. And come back to the center. And one more time, work on deepening this back bend. And you can release into the relaxing forearm pillow. Keep breathing. And you can exhale, go into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's get ready for the next pose. We are going to do a pose called Paryankasana. So come into Virasana and lie down. Try to have your elbows on the ground and try to place your head on the mat so that you have a slight back bend. If this is too difficult, you can just go into Supta Virasana. That means you can have your head flat on the mat. Keep breathing. Make sure your knees are in towards each other and your heels are on the outside of the hips. Stay in the pose. And you can push the mat and come up. And let's get ready for the next pose. We are going to do a headstand, tripod headstand. So you can do either a pike or a straddle or a regular headstand. Your palms are flat and you're forming a triangle between your palms and your head. And you can hold this headstand for a few seconds. And once you're ready, you can work on getting the legs down. Try to place your knees in your armpits and work on getting your hips down and getting your head moving forward to come into Bakhasana or the crow pose. Try to stay in Bakhasana if you can for a few breaths. If not, that's okay. And let's get ready for the next pose. We are going to do Ustrasana or the camel pose. So place your palms on your hips. Your pubic bone is moving forward. Chest is opening up towards the ceiling. Work on this back bend. Maybe your palms can grab the heels and keep your chin tucked in, or you can bend it backward slightly. Try to keep your arms straight and you can release. And let's come into Adho Mukha Virasana or the child's pose. Your hips are on your heels, big toes are touching, arms are extended out in front. Make sure the elbows are not touching the mat. Feel the extension through the sides of your trunk and your palms and your arms. Keep breathing. Maybe take your left, both the arms towards the right. Place the left arm on top of the right arm, and then take both the arms towards the left. Place the right arm on top of the left arm. And you can release. And let's get ready for wheel pose or Urdhva Dhanurasana. If this is not in your practice, you could also do bridge pose or Setu Bandhasana. So lie down flat on the mat. Take your heels as close to your hips as possible. Raise your hips up. Keep your shoulders down. This will be the bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Either stay here or you can attempt to go into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Place your palms flat. Raise your hips up. Place the crown of the head on the mat. And now work on straightening the arms. Work on moving the chest back towards your arms. Also work on getting your feet closer to your arms. Then make sure the knees are moving in towards each other. Stay in the pose. Urdhva Dhanurasana or the wheel pose. And you can release. And option to go into any inversion of your choice, either a headstand or a Pincha Mayurasana or a handstand, that is Adho-Mukha Vrikshasana. Take a few moments to work on any of these things that you would like. In handstand, it's important to stack your hips over your shoulders, which are stacked on top of your wrists. Be close to a wall if you need to. And then you can release. Go into exhale Chaturanga. Inhale upward facing dog. Exhale downward facing dog. And let's get ready for the next set of poses. So we are coming into Bharadwajasana. Bend the right knee, have the right heel on the outside of the right hip. The left leg is in Ardha Padmasana. And let's twist towards the left. Try to grab your left big toe with your left palm and keep twisting towards your left shoulder. With every inhalation, extend the spine towards the ceiling, and with every exhalation, deepen the twist. And let's do the other side. So bend your left knee, place your right leg in Padmasana. Inhale, extend the arms up, and as you exhale, grab the right big toe with your right arm and twist towards your right shoulder. Stay in the pose. Make sure you're breathing and working on deepening the twist. And inhale, release. And let's do Ekapada Rajakaputasana, or the pigeon's pose. So have your right shin parallel to the short edge of the mat. The left leg is extended out in front, out behind you. And extend your arms forward and work on folding forward such that your chest is on top of your right shin and your forehead is maybe on the ground. And breathe. Soft, smooth inhalation and soft, smooth exhalation. You should feel this in your right hip. And inhale and come back up. Take your left leg on top of the right leg. And inhale, extend your arms up and twist towards the left. So we are in Ardha Matsyendrasana. With every inhalation, extend the spine, and with every exhalation, deepen the twist. Feel free to take a bind here if bind is in your practice in this pose. Otherwise, just keep working on deepening the twist. And inhale, release, and let's go into Gomukhasana. So stack the knees on top of each other. Pull the heels in towards your body. And since the left leg is on top, let's take the right arm on top and work on binding the arms. Gaze is in the front. This is an excellent hip and shoulder opener. Stay in the pose with the chest lifted and long spine and the knees stacked up on top of each other. And you can release. Now keeping the feet where they are, we can get up and just move our entire body, and we'll see that we are able to get to the other side. So this time now the right knee is on top of the left knee. So we are going to raise our left arm up and then work on getting the bind. Keep extending the spine up towards the ceiling as the knees are stacked up. This is Gomukhasana, or the cow face pose. Stay in the pose and you can release. Now place the right foot flat on the outside of the left knee and work on twisting towards your right with your left elbow on top of the right knee. Ardha Matsyendrasana on the left side. Now place the left shin parallel to the short edge of the mat and extend the right leg behind you and come into pigeon pose on this side. Extend the arms out in front and you should feel this in your left hip. Keep breathing rich fluid breaths. Inhale and exhale. And inhale, come back up. And as you exhale, Chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And you can come down and do a headstand, or if you don't want to do a headstand, you can do this rabbit pose or sasasana. But if you want to do a headstand, interlace your fingers and place the elbows in closer towards each other and work on extension of the legs. First work on stacking of the hips and then keep your core engaged and keep your legs activated. And breathe. This is Shirshasana, or the headstand, or you can stay in Sasasana or the rabbit pose. Few more breaths here. And you can release and come down to earth gently. And let's get ready for the next pose. Extend your legs out in front and fold forward into Paschimottanasana. Work on getting your abdomen and your chest over your thighs. And hold on to the heels, or you can bind your arms and keep breathing. Deep, relaxed inhalation and exhalation. And you can inhale and release. And let's lie down on the back. And you can either raise your legs up like this in Viparit Karni against the wall. Or if you have Sarvangasana in your practice, then you can do that, the shoulder stand. Work on stacking your heels, your hips on top of your shoulders. Place your palms behind your back. The chin is tucked in. And keep breathing. Sarvangasana is called the mother of all poses. It's a very calming pose. Now let's work on taking the legs back into Halasana or the plow pose. Interlace your fingers and work on extending your arms away from your legs. Keep breathing. Feel free to take any other variations of Sarvangasana that you may be aware of. Maybe come into Karna Pidasana, that is, bend your knees and place the knees by your ears and hold on to the back of the knees with your arms to get deeper into the pose. Stay in the pose. Feel free to take any variations of Sarvangasana that you like. And when you're ready, you can release the pose. And let's do a twist. Extend your right leg out, bend your left knee in towards your chest, and take the left knee towards the right. Make sure your left shoulder stays on the mat and look towards your left palm. This is a gentle twist. Stay in the pose. And you can come back to the center, and let's do the other side. Bend the right knee in towards your chest. And work on twisting it towards the left. Make sure your right shoulder stays on the mat and look towards your right palm. Nice calm inhalations and exhalations. And you can release. And let's work on Supta Padangushtasana. Extend your left leg out, grab your right big toe with your first two fingers, and then work on taking this right leg out towards the left. Gaze is up towards the ceiling. Keep holding the pose. Pull this foot down as well as up towards your head side. And you can get the foot back at the center. And hold on to the foot with your left palm and work on taking this foot towards the left. And you can release and switch sides. Grab your left big toe with your first two fingers. Keep working on extension of the leg and also pull it towards your head. And now take it down towards the left. Stay in the pose. And get this leg back in the center. Hold on to the outside with your right palm and work on taking this leg towards the right. And breathe. And you can release. Bend both knees into your chest if you like. Roll on to one side and come to a comfortable seated position. If you have Padmasana in your practice, you can get into the pose. maybe you can bind in Padmasana and start folding forward. Feel free to use a strap here if this is difficult for you. Folding forward helps with the bind. Stay in the pose. And inhale and release. Now place your palms in your lap. Close your eyes and just focus on your breath for a few moments. This is a good meditation pose. If you have Padmasana in your practice, if you don't, you can just sit in Sukhasana or the easy pose. Focus on your breath and you can release. And now press with both the palms down and raise your hips and your knees up to come into Tolasana. And then you can release your Padmasana and go into Shavasana or the corpse pose. Your feet are hip distance away from each other. Palms are by your sides, palms facing up. Close your eyes and tune in, just like we did at the beginning of the session. Relax your toes, your feet, your calves, knees, thighs. Relax your hips. Relax your abdomen. Relax all the vertebrae in your spine. Relax your chest. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Relax your throat. Relax your palms, your arms and your fingers. Relax all the facial muscles. Unclench your jaw. Let your eyes fall back into the eye sockets. You can even relax your tongue. Let it lie back at the roof of the mouth. As you relax your entire body, you can work towards calming down the mind. Let go of anything that does not serve you in this moment and surrender to this present beautiful moment. Honor yourself for showing up for this practice. And just stay with your breath for a few more moments. Wiggle your fingers on your toes. Rock your head gently side to side. Turn on to one side, whichever is comfortable. Push the mat with your top arm. Come to a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Fold your palms by your sternum. Let's chant the mantra Om 3 times. Bow your head, honoring the light and beauty within yourself. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today.